My name is Jayetta Jackson. I'm an instructor in the communications department.
Jayetta Jackson describes examples of public speaking anxiety that she has encountered among her students at YSU.
Well, often when students are giving speeches, they're really nervous just to get in front of the classroom. So you have shaking and the rocking and the no eye contact aspect of it. Also, a lot of students are just generally nervous about did they prepare appropriately? Did they get their speech correct? Did they have enough sources? Are they doing it the right way? So those things lead up to the actual speech in front of the classroom.
Encountering students that are unable to finish their speech happen less often than most people think.
I very rarely have that happen. I had that happen early on, maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. I had two students. One student, he was very whimsical about the whole speaking process, and he just blew everything off. Everything was a joke. And when he stood up to give his speech, he did, and that was all you saw. And nothing came out. It was like a deer in headlights. And he made it through eventually, but it took about 15 minutes for a 6-minute speech. I had another student stop twice and forgo 10 points each time. So she started at a 70% to do her speech because she kept saying, no, I can't, I'll try tomorrow, no, I'll try next time. So I've only had actually 2 students do that, luckily.
Instructor Jackson gives several examples of public speaking anxiety characteristics she encounters most frequently.
Mainly the stammering or stuttering, lack of eye contact, the ums, the ers, that is a big one. So those 3 I think are my top.
Instructor Jackson shares an experience of public speaking anxiety.
The young lady who stopped 3 different times and was really nervous, and she was willing to take the deductions instead of actually speaking in front of everyone. She basically almost came to tears. But that was pretty much the only one. I had one person faint, but that was after the speech was over. So I don't know if it was the anxiety leading up to it and then that happened or what, but I think the young lady who almost cried, and she was willing to take 30 points deduction to do her speech.
To overcome communication apprehension.
My strongest suggestion is to take part in class. What I usually utilize is a lot of in-class activities where we're intermixing and intermingling with one another so you feel comfortable with one another. So when you get up there, you're not nervous. The more you know your classmates, the more it's like speaking to your family or your friends. I think when they don't know one another, it's a scarier situation. And also I tell my students to realize that they're in the same boat too. They're just as nervous as you are. No one comes into a speaking course saying, oh, everything will be perfect. And the third item, which is probably the key, is to be prepared. The more prepared you are, the more comfortable you are with your topic, the easier it is to just get up there and talk about it. I think a lot of anxiety and apprehension comes from not being prepared and not knowing what they're going to say or what they're going to do. So being prepared, knowing each other, and realizing everybody's in the same boat, those would be my top 3 pieces of advice.